So we finna get into the hot topic. Tell me what y'all think, man. Pooh Shiesty video leak. What's the first thing you thought when you saw that video?
Barbecue chicken.
My thought it was what I thought it was, and you talking about Gucci snitch. Dude snitched on himself. Dude did all that on tape. It just what we thought it was. He did that, recorded
Goose.
himself committing crime.
Shout out to my boy Wick on oh what's the show ATL? What's the dude name? The radio show?
Bia.
Yeah, Beehive. Shout out to him. He said Gucci did what he's supposed to do. A lot of y'all dudes talking about what you would have done, but let somebody have a Draco. I don't care who you are. They got the up on you. They pull out a Draco. If you see how big a Draco bullet is, AK bullet is, and you see it rip through a watermelon, you see what it do, you will be cautious too. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be talking crazy like you John Wick. You know what I'm saying? This dude got a Draco, like. And I'm thinking, if this is dad doing this, why?
Yeah.
How do you convince your dad? Like, how did my son convince me to do? Oh, this is crazy.
The dad was on record.
I know that what I'm saying. Yeah,
It's the blind leading the blind.
yeah.
And for Gucci didn't really go out like no sucker. Hey, he's just like he put his hands up. He didn't do.
He was putting his hands in his pocket. Usually, when somebody got you with a gun, you don't move. Don't move.
Yeah,
if
he
you sneeze,
crying.
I'm gonna bust you.
He wasn't crying. He said, "You gone. You get it. That's you." So I think he acted real responsible in the situation. So it was just as stupid as I thought it was.
I think Peel told me this too, and I seen Charleston White said it in a Vlad interview. He said he sent the letter home and said he think he the next Larry Hoover, but I don't think he realized Larry Hoover was in ADX under the jail. No, he was so far under the jail, he denounced. He said, I ain't no gangster no more. I don't want to be a gangster no more. Imagine being in the cell 23 out of 24 hours and you under the cell. You don't even see outside. You know what I'm saying? How many years can you do that? You know what I'm saying? 23-hour lockdown, and you don't even see the sunlight or the moon. You just see the lights on the ceiling. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, that's inhumane. No human should be able to be treated like that. But
you know what's crazy though? It's like people not Larry Hoover per se, but it's a lot of people like him, like grew up in neighborhoods. They are multifaceted. You see, people see the good side now. They saying free Larry Hoover, but I promise you, when he was in the neighborhood, we know people like this. This stuff couldn't be on social media. The stuff he probably was doing, even though they was organized, but if you cross that line or you violate, that's the last person you want to see. You know what I'm saying? It's, what I'm saying, or orders from Larry Hoover, because I'm pretty sure he had a hand of discipline. There probably wasn't no joke. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids don't want to be like that, man. You don't want to be under the jail. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody does.
Under the jail, not just under the jail, but under the jail. What you think, Peel?
Yeah, boy. I don't think nobody want that either. But they glorify it so much till you sitting down for a long, long time. Calendars.
Yeah, but the risks. You got to take risks to get it all, and they think that's an acceptable risk until they crap out.
But yeah, I didn't expect nothing different from them cats in Memphis. Boy, they rough, man. They rough.
They was, and they straight like that. Mm-hmm. They did what they said they did.
Mm-hmm. But he a gangster rapper though.
Yeah, so he living the life for real.
My fault, fellas. Business card right there. But so the next one, Faison Love child support case. I was watching the Vlad TV interview. Did y'all check that out? Did I get you to check that out?
I didn't see it.
He said that he had to go to jail for like 6 days. Talking about he behind on child support like $250K. And he talked about how they met, how it happened. And he pretty much saying it was a one-night stand, according to him, one-night stand. He said the girl DM'd him, and he said she texted him 5 days later talking about she was pregnant. And he said ever since then she's been giving them grief. And he's like, did I just mess with the wrong person? Reason why I'm saying this to the young men out there is sometimes, man, you got to be careful out here, man. You once you get a certain age, you really got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Faison, if I'm 40, Faison got to be what 50 something,
Yeah.
if not 60. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that this woman went out of her way to meet him is pretty crazy because, according to him, what he said this woman was married with kids when she came and met him. He didn't even know this. She told him after the fact, and had his kid. And according to him, in order for her to get child support, she had to divorce her husband
Yep.
in the state of Florida in order to get, to go through the proceedings of child support or something like that. He was just saying how it was just all crazy. Like he said, his daughter would asked him, "Can she DoorDash them some food?" And he said, "Imagine your daughter telling you this, and then you get the bill, and it's like $500 for Papa John's." Crazy. Money, man. When you got money, though. He said, "Who spent $200 at McDonald's, bro?" He said, "Who spent $200 at McDonald's, man?"
Fed the hood, didn't it?
Boy, like
That's
big
what
necks on me.
she got the whole block pieces, man. Oh man. But this kind of stuff happens all the time. He just happened to have money, but
you're responsible for where your soldiers go. You know.
Oh yeah. What we say last time, you sticking, you picking, bro.
Yeah, she had no intention to put a condom on,
Right. Both of them didn't have no intention, right?
No, I know she didn't for sure.
Yeah.
He thought he was gonna pull out.
So I ask you again, what do you think the percentage is of women that even ask dudes? When it's going down, are they gonna ask you when it's time in the heat of the moment? They gonna ask you, "Hey, you gonna put something on?"
I get very. High side 80%, but
You mean 80% gonna ask or not gonna ask?
Gonna ask, I low number. I go 50-50.
You can't handle the truth.
I say the other way around. I say 20% gonna ask, 80% not, especially in those situations. And with him, because they know he got money, they're trying to come up.
Those it's 100% they're not asking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially a celebrity like that.
You had a movie in 1992.
Man, how many dudes we know? It's in Little Rock. It's a small town. Little Rock, a small town, right? And it be dudes that have kids in the same vicinity, not like across town. I'm talking about in the same vicinity. 8 kids by 6 different women, and they know each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it didn't go. It probably went up 13%. That's it.
He said it went up to 13. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, but all I'm saying is bad decisions can come back and catch up with you, man. You gotta be careful, man.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be just a night of fun. Some girl hit you up on social media. You go knock it off. You didn't never think about it being a court case.
Yeah, he went around the world and they caught him, man. Sometimes they catch him, man. Sometimes that flight have a little turbulence, man. Sometimes it's a smooth flight. Sometimes it's a little turbulence, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, and the third one, Marcellus Wiley arrested the legend.
Did Faison take a DNA test?
I don't know if he said that or not on Vlad. I don't remember him saying that if he did or not.
But you said Marcellus Wiley, is this his turn?
Yeah, he was in Florida. Some with Florida. I don't know what it is about Florida, but he was in Florida 4th of July. I think he got arrested like July 3rd or July 4th. Allegedly a domestic battery or something like that, or domestic something like that. Wife called the police, according to reports, and said that he pointed he touched her cheek with his finger or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't like that, and she felt threatened by him. And can he be arrested? And he was. I think he couldn't get bail that same day because it was the weekend. You know how they go on the weekend, especially on the holiday. There ain't no judge coming in on 4th of July, probably, especially down in Florida. You know what I'm saying? But I think he just got bail like either yesterday or today or something like that.
You can buy her a car, but you can't put your finger in her face. Remember that.
Boy.
I thought women loved it.
Until they don't. Until they
Until they
don't.
don't.
Until they don't.
No means yes until they don't.
I don't know. It just seems like they love abusers for some reason. They gonna go back.
I don't know, man. It's
Abuse
just
is
mixed
keep a
thing.
girl.
Keep a girl.
That's true. Hey, that's very true. Why? I don't know, but they do. Um, yeah, but it's gonna be tough, man, because he be talking crazy on social media sometime too, man. So they gonna eat him up on social media, man.
I know what they. Yeah, he got caught cheating. Damn, she went
You
through my
think so?
phone. She done went through my phone.
Nah, he done went through my phone.
Put her, told you about going through my phone. Mushed her face and then
Boy,
you in jail, Bucko. Damn.
well, at least he ain't do like mankind, man. He do with that mandible claw.
It's cold.
And the last one, LaVar Ball wife leaves him after 30 years of marriage. Is that an issue, or is it alarm, or you think it's nothing?
I think it's done. I think they both did the job. They both raised 3 successful boys.
Uh-huh.
What else you supposed to do? If she don't like him, she ain't got to stay. If you don't like her, get somebody else on one leg.
A lot of people are saying that he was with her through the stroke. He held her down. He lost his limb. Now she leave. I think it's more to it than that. I think my wife was telling me about this. She was saying that when she was going through the stroke, instead of having a physical therapist, he nursed her back to health. And I think she said she felt like it regressed. It made her delay her a couple years of therapy because he was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But I can only imagine somebody that strong of a personality, though. Dude, he got a strong personality.
Strong.
Living with somebody like that day to day, can't be that easy. The thing that I hope that didn't happen is she just did it just because of the fame and all that, and then once all right, I'm out. I got everything
Yeah.
in the basket, and I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Her,
I
her,
hope that ain't the case.
her boys are millionaires, and that's something
Yeah.
I had a stroke myself. Sometimes having a stroke, like you realize how short life is.
Mm.
One day you can be fine and dandy, and one day you can be gone or disabled.
Mhm.
So once you see that, your patience is diminished now. If you see something better in life, you got to go get it now because tomorrow ain't promised.
Yeah, what you think, Phil? If I say one more thing, then we'll move on to something else.
Yeah, I think it was more so, losing a limb is probably life altering, especially for somebody like LaVar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, when you've been
That ain't
playing
funny,
ball,
but just thinking about different stuff just
Mhm.
it mess you up, man. Like, boy.
And he probably like I say, he probably ain't an easy person to get along with when you've been doing the same stuff for what, 40, 50 years.
Boy.
It's kind of difficult to take on a new path.
I was
And
I
you
would
don't have
say
to
this.
deal with it. You don't deal with it. So if she don't have to deal with that strong personality no more, be
I would
free.
say this to anybody that's thinking about marriage, right? Whether you thinking about yourself or you thinking about the other person. If everybody had 10 attributes, right? Or if you was gating somebody on like 10 things, I promise you nobody will have 10 out of 10 ever. I don't care who you meet. It's gonna be 7 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 8 out of 10, something like that. And you go to another person, it's gonna be the same thing. 5
Or
out of 10,
less.
6 out of 10, 7.
Or
So
less.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the chance you take. You see what I'm saying? But some people they focus on the 3 that's not there instead of the 7 that's there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
And most that's just my opinion, but I see most people they focus on the 3 so much that they forget about the 7. Then when they go talk to somebody else, dang, you know what? He did have 7 out of 10. You know what I'm saying?
He started looking
So
real
she
good.
did have 7 out of 10.
I worked the same business a long time. I seen a lot of women get married, get divorced,
Yeah.
chasing a
Yeah.
side guy, and then they be like, "My husband is better than this." You already left your husband, chasing the
Yep.
3 things he had that your husband
Boy.
didn't have, but you
Boy.
forget your husband was doing all the rest. Now your husband out of the picture. Now
When you
you
could,
risk that
when you
pussy.
could, when you could have got some PEDs, you could have got him some roast sparks, and he'd be 8 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the 2 that he had. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, man. What you think, Piff? Before we get up out of there, what you think about that?
Was that?
People they get stuck on the 3 out of 10 that they don't have instead of the 7. And then you go talk to somebody else, and then they actually got 5 out of 10. Now you lose 2.
Mm, yeah, I don't know. Shoot.
You got to be realistic about people, just people in general. You know what I'm saying?
Cause I'd be the one that's stuck on the 2. Hey man, no, you got to get this right too. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes, man, in life, that's just humans, man. Everybody, it just can't have you. It's just because then you'll be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect.
But
We say it all the time.
so this people don't understand why you trying to get better. You already getting 8 out of 10. Why you trying to get better? It's just something to work on. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, just something to work on. Yeah,
It don't matter if you don't never achieve it.
Right.
Just try. You know,
Right.
I know people been trying to lose the same 10 pounds for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
But they go to the gym like 3 months out of the year, you know.
Yeah.